protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. Gm1, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. These toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's bag season, I'ma post like a center. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you could tell I'm a winner. I'm a walking bucket like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the state capital of California, the Gold Rush city of Sacramento.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the state capital of California, the Gold Rush city of Sacramento. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Steamers of Sacramento. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started, and off we go from the California capital. And just shutting him off there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. But you look at this defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, the pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here we go, stack.
First and 10, Young. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
White. Dog red. Green jack.
He'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's good. 4-8.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Got his man, Dell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now third down and 7. Now Young going to move him around.
Black shot. Drill green. Red cycle. Fierce yellow. Set.
Young on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
A solid stiff arm. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. bulldozes past him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Needle. Ready?
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert now. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He dumps it off for Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Young on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gm1 Davis. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try.
And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check white.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ready.
A loss of a
Ready.
yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Fly through.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That's caught by Mingo, right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 6. Mega. Steel. Black. Set.
Now Young. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And Bohorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Jacobs once more. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Pushes past him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo, 51 yards. And the Steamers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there. Just throw that one away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They go with Jacobs. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw. And I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Jacobs, 60 yards. And the Commanders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they're going to speed things up here. Young to throw it. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Gm1 coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
That throw by Young incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. The incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 48 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down, because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Jacobs with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in right around the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
Ready. Set, cut.
Young off the play fake. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Running it with Jacobs, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Steps away. That's complete to Dell. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second down, Jacobs once more. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
But
not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That caught by Trimble. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 38 yards. And the Steamers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 40, Steamers 30.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.